Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Oh, it's been a long time no see. Uh, I know I've had a few people check in, wondering what was going on in that. So, see if anybody shows up tonight, because I know it's a little later than normal. Got an extra person driving around. Got somebody staying with us for a night now because somebody had a little bit of trouble. So, they don't have any wheels to drive, and hopefully this week we get to take care of that problem. So, I got got a couple people in here that found me. 3 now. Okay. We've had some nice rain here today. Let's see. Yeah, y'all remember Roger, my cousin? Well, last Monday, Memorial Day weekend, got a call from him. He was a little frantic. And, well, that's why he was frantic. The shortest vehicle he ever owned. Had it 2 weeks. He lost all his tools. That's all his toolboxes, sleeping bag, all that stuff in the back there. And that was the furthest point away from the fire. And there's the middle seat. Yeah, that's the middle seat. Front seats. Usually when a car burns, the steering column doesn't stay. Well, the steering column stayed in this one. That was a 2002 Trailblazer. And if you guys notice in that picture, look at how white the bottom of that is. The day that this thing burned, it was facing into the winds, and we were having about 50 to 60 mile per hour winds here. And it got hot. The funny thing is, if you notice, around the passenger side, it hardly took the paint off the doors. It didn't take the seals out, took the glass out, and the roof still had paint in the Yes, that was Rogers, my cousin's. And right there is his book bag, the cash that he had, and another something that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Let me see. No, I don't want to rotate it. Yeah, right here. Right there's a little brown spot in his. Whoops, no, I changed. Yeah, that's the right picture. Anyway, right there on the book bag, there's a little brown spot. It's not showing up the best. Yeah, he's all right. He's just damn lucky. What happened was he said he was going down the road, and all of a sudden the RPM went up. He pulled over to see what was going on. And luckily it wasn't further along, because when he opened the door with the wind, it would have whipped up in there and got him. He said he got out, went to the front, seen a little bit of a flame, went to the back, something exploded under the hood. And I said, the fire department opened up the hood. He said, no, something blew up under the hood and separated the skin off the hood. And it just took off. Let's see. I mean, the headlights and the grills almost made it through, but the heat finally got out there and they melted off and fell. There's at the tow yard. And, nope, not that one. Let's see. Yeah, that picture should have been in there. Where'd that one go? Or maybe it wasn't. Oh, no, I didn't take that picture that day. We went back, and we found out, for you guys to know too, full coverage insurance on your vehicle does not cover contents. You have to have homeowners or renter insurance to cover the contents of your vehicle. So yeah, we tried for about an hour and a half trying to get Roger's tools out of the back, and we finally gave up. But Well, here's how hot it got. It started melting the engine block and the transmission out of that thing. And I say the fire started on the passenger side, either by the catalytic converter or brake. We'll never know. They're not going to look into it. They just wrote it off. But yeah, I mean, the dipstick for the transmission is almost still there. So that tells me the fire was way back. Yeah. And there is not a trace of the AC unit or anything on that passenger side. Roger never smelled any smoke. Didn't see any smoke. And the AC was blowing ice cold until the fire. So, yeah, we don't know what happened. But all he got out, and I mean, even the part of the dash. Hey, Wayne, part of the dash is still there, and then that's a chunk of the windshield. The insurance adjuster said it burnt so hot I can't even read the VIN number. The VIN number's gone on the car. And that's all that's left of the front end because it was facing into the wind. Let's see. Yeah. That's. Yeah, and ever since that burnt, I mean, it got so hot in the front end, and we can't even look at the brakes to see if the brakes was the problem because the calipers burned off the vehicle. It melted the front rims and all the brake system off it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my Yukon. I've switched over to just burning the E85, and guess what? The engine light turned off. Anyway, to get back to what I was going to tell you about what we found, I did find we got a ratchet out, and his laptop almost made it. But when we went back to get the one plate off it, I grabbed his backpack and I moved it around. I'm like, oh, Roger, your Snap-on flashlight. He's like, oh, no, forgot about that. And you guys all cuss. A lot of people cuss Snap-on and that. But here's what that flashlight looks like. She's melted. She's charred. Well, yesterday when I took this thing out of my Yukon, there was plastic and book bag over this. Took my pliers and snapped it off. I'm like, holy shit, you gotta be kidding me. The switch is still there. The switch is still intact. Then I did this. And yes, it takes a charge. This light works. After being in a fire and drowned with water, works just fine. I was like, yeah, that thing ain't going to turn on. So I thought, well, let's go for two. He had his DeWalt air compressor in there. I put a new battery in that. Nah, that's dead. The DeWalt air compressor didn't make it. But now I'm going to give my Snap-on man a little hard time and say, hey, can you orange it out? It got a little warm. I about crapped when that turned on. And it takes a charge. Works just like normal. You just can't flex it right now. Yeah, Wayne. Yeah. My goal yesterday, I was going to take the screws apart and see how it was made. And I hit the switch and it turned on. I was like, how that rubber switch didn't burn away? Yeah. Well, I wonder if if the guy won't send this in the Snap-on, I bet you they'll send him a new one. I mean, I want to attach pictures. Hey, Sean, I want to attach pictures of what the vehicle looked like that this was in. I'll give a quick shot, show the ones. Just a second. Yeah, Sean, last Monday Roger had a little excitement. This is basically the gist of it for the ones that are coming in late. 2 weeks he owned it. The plates were 5 days old when they burned off it. So, and what's sad about that thing is it had brand new tires, brand new brakes, brand new battery, royal purple engine oil in it. A lot of work had just been done to that thing. And it's all gone now. And like I said, we dug back there, and the one set of wrenches, I did get them out. Then I got looking closer at them. The wrenches were turning blue and purple. I'm like, yep, just toss them back in there. So we saved one ratchet, a couple of crescent wrenches, and the snap-on light. That is completely should not work. Yeah, so yeah, Roger got pretty lucky, and I don't know if the catalytic converter plugged. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, when I peeled that back and seen the switch, I'm like, there's no way. But last night I was sitting there messing with it, and I seen a little like burn come off the light, so I took a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol and cleaned off the light crystals. Because it's weird that how that all that interior stuff and that puts like a sticky, gluey mess on it. Clean those off and then stop smoking. I've been using it all day, and I used it last night. It's working just fine. Sean, he was going down the road. He said the RPMs went up. He was trying to stop, and he did tell the insurance adjuster that the brakes were gone. He said he could almost get it stopped. And thank God he was going uphill, so got her stopped, got out, looked underneath it from the front, seen a little flame, went to the back, something exploded, and away she went. So he come out okay. The insurance did him good, so for once. So he got lucky there. So yeah, when he first called, he was pretty frantic at first. Couldn't figure out where he was, and I finally understood. Car's on fire, and away we went. My grandson Mason, he got lucky. He was getting scolded about the time Roger called, and he got out of getting scolded that day because we were all running out the door to go see what we could do to help Roger. So I've been giving him a ride to work because learned a valuable thing. Don't leave your titles in your book bag or your vehicle, because the title burned up to the car in our state now has a 5-day mandatory waiting period. Otherwise, he could have had his new vehicle already. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, hopefully nobody else has had that exciting of a week. Yeah, it was a 2002 reason. Well, it was either in his book bag or the glove box. He don't remember. Either way, it was gone. So, no big deal. Tomorrow, Tuesday, get it. Then we got to call the adjuster, see if he happens to be up in the area, and they'll drop the check off to him. So, but otherwise, yeah, kind of been. Yeah, still can't talk on a whole lot about what's going on with me. So some things are getting better, and kind of getting the insulin use under control. I don't see what the problem would be there. That talking about this, kind of had a little, I don't know. I better just, maybe soon I can tell you guys about what's all taking place. So, otherwise, grandkids are growing. The oldest come out, and the son-in-law came out today and got the rider fired up and started mowing. So yeah, it's just not much going on in the shop. And trying to take care of things, and yeah, of course, never fails. Go talk about how I get the insulin under control, and tonight it's out of control. So yeah, Roger had the grass really growing. We didn't even drop the mower deck. I told him knock down what you can, and then we'll hit it again in a couple of days. Drop the deck down then. It was about, I'd say a good 20 to 24 inches tall out here in the 1 yard. Trying to get it cleaned up so we can have a decent 4th of July out here if the weather permits and not have so many bugs around. So, otherwise, Mama Bear's doing fair. She kind of got a little cold going on or something right now. Not sure what's going on, but it wasn't no Mama Bear. You know why. She just don't care for the doctors, and I don't blame her sometimes. So, tell you. But yeah, Mama Bear's doing pretty good. Squirrel's doing okay. Squirrel's vehicle's doing good. Yeah, I've had a couple of motors that I've been trying to sell too, and just haven't got them gone. They need to be gone because with our current world situation, yeah. Oh boy. Oh, wait a second. You're trying to... I thought that thing was sold, Sean. Or did they back out? Did go watch the races the other night and had a sprint car. Didn't see it all happen, but he went butt first into the front straight. He went butt first into the front straightaway retaining wall and flip-flopped her, and that's the first time I ever seen they didn't let a guy get out. He didn't get out of the car, but they followed him to his pits, but they never hauled him off or nothing. But come to find out, they finally figured out what happened to turn him like that. Another sprint car had blowed the motor going down the front straightaway and oiled the track, and he was under power, and he hit that, and he was just along for the ride. So that was a close call. So all I knew is I heard the crunch, and I looked back to see what was going on, and there's a sprint car above the fence. I thought, oh, this ain't going to be good. But he kept her on the track. So 11th of the 26th, okay. He backed out on you. Well, I don't know if you guys got the problem. I'm sure you do. Gas. A lot of tracks are like, where's this cars? Well, I mean, before I used to plan all my trips. Now I'm really, really planning and thinking out the entire thing. If there's something else I can do along the way, I'm going to do it. Otherwise, yeah. So, yeah, it just. The old dually's doing pretty good. I've been using that a few times. Oh, you're saying hi? There you go, Reason. Shop Cat's up here finally. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got food for you out in the truck. Let's see. Oops. Hmm. Let's see. Do. Yeah, he was giving me a massage and then he quit. See how he is? Yeah, around here the car counts are starting to drop off, and the car counts getting smaller. Uh, Friday night, where was one late model showed up for the race, so the guy got a 10-lap race to himself. So, but yeah, haven't even been to the drag races. I bet a little work, I'd still get that to flex like it used to, but I still can't believe. Almost works. Roger didn't know that worked until I picked him up today. Uh, just a second here. And sorry about that. Who's in here? Yeah, I'm ready for a long trip to get away from here. Well, he got that dog, and let's see. Uh, see if he answered me. Let's see. No, I don't even. He hasn't even seen my message, so I don't know what's going on with Camper Mike. I don't know. I figured because last week he called me asking me where I was, and now we got. I skipped Sunday, and I had planned on coming out Monday night and doing a show to see you guys, but we ended up having to go help Roger out. So I know he was having some. Now they finally figured out why he's getting dehydrated because of that bag he's got, but otherwise, I haven't been hearing much from anybody or anything. It's been pretty quiet around here. Cleared out my phone calls and history. Uh, and the amount of calls I'm getting back, I ain't hearing nothing. It's been pretty quiet. The youngest one, Riker, he's growing like a weed. Luckily, he learned to eat real food fast, so wasn't affected by the formula shortage. Um, Ian, he's being Ian. We're really thinking about putting him in the Rugrats. I think he's taking after my dad. He seems to be a little wrestler. Mason, he's our little mechanic. He's having fun. He's found some toys that he could take apart and put back together. And Lily's growing. And Crystal's still being squirrel. And Mom Bear's feeling under the weather, but doesn't want to go to the doctor. So otherwise, and with me, I'm getting some answers with stuff. And like I said, hopefully here soon I can fill you guys in on what's been going on with me these last few months and that. So it's been an interesting road. Actually ended up been spending a little more time in I've been spending a little more time sitting at the rivers and listening to the rapids and going to some of the local parks around here and just kind of vegging out. Sometimes a person's got to do that, I guess. I don't know. Working on an 86 Trans Am. That sounds like fun. I still got to do some work on the Yukon yet. And now my one truck that I've got 330,000 miles on, I got to get something done with the brakes. Break that dang electric brake control. I know I got to get that electric. Get the electrical module off that and opened up and See if I can resolder the connections in there. That seems to be the most common problem with those things is the connections crap out. Then the brakes will be back to working like they're supposed to. But yeah, as I said earlier, I've been running the E85 to be able to afford uh, to drive. One place has the E85 for $255, but it's at a card troll. I'm like, dang it. So hey JJ, yeah, uh, I lost my train of thought. There you go. Anybody wants a nice 406? Here you go. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sean. You've had that dyno tested, right? There it is. There's Sean's 406 he's got for sale. Oh, JJ, we've had an interesting week with my cousin and that. Long story short, you can go back if you want to watch the replay and find out the whole story. That was his Memorial Weekend day afternoon fun. Sean, I think Reason's talking to you. Yep, Roger got out of her okay, JJ. Looking back, he's just lucky he when he opened the door, it didn't come up and get him. Wow! Somebody. Oh. Guy stopped. A buddy of ours, uh, he said, stop to pull the stick out from under his mower, and he just sent the video of what the blade looked like. Blade about to come undone. Wow. Humboldt Saturday night? Hey, I'll have to remember that. What time they start up there, Joe? Oh, okay, yeah. Tweet was one that with that 3 to 6 racing at 6:30. Okay, might have to see what's going on. So how's the car been doing for you, Joe? I've seen a couple of your TikToks, but I never see what dates or when they were from. Oh, JJ. I know a lot of people cuss this brand. You can kind of read it. It says Snap-on. Uh, for the ones of you that come in late, Roger had a Snap-on flashlight. This is how it come out, other than what I took the pliers and peeled off. And when I peeled off, I seen, holy crap, the switch is there. And it takes a charge. It works just like normal, except for the swivel function. That thing went through a vehicle fire, drowned it in water, and working fine. Want to have a little fun with the Snap-on man, see if he wants to warranty it for me. Tell him I opened up the toolbox and that's what I found. So, yeah. My goal was yesterday I was going to take the back off to see how the inside was. I seriously thinking, I've been looking at it, if they don't do it, I'm seriously thinking I take the back off, separate the two halves, I can break this all loose again, and she will swivel. Yeah. I just can't believe that rubber switch didn't burn. It's not even blistered. As you can see, it's just like a new one yet. No blisters. So, save that. Save that and one ratchet. A Harbor Freight ratchet. Everything else is still in the vehicle. I tell you, you want to glue something down, have a plastic base or plastic toolbox melt around your tools. You ain't getting them out. I don't care how much you've been beat on it. Yeah. There's a set of nice ratcheting wrenches in there. When we finally got those broke loose, I could have brought them home and finished busting the plastic off. But the open end wrench of the ratcheting wrench, they were pretty blue, purples, and green colors. They were extremely hot. Yeah, like I said, I'll see the two old men in the next couple of days. Won't give them a bad time about it. And I almost see them sending this back to Snap-on, and they're going to put that up and say, hey, our stuff's so dang tough and can get burnt and still work. And the charging port looks brand new. So this thing must have got lucky and really not got much water on it. Because, the lens is open. The water should have went right in there. But, and Roger's like, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. He keeps thinking of stuff. And I said, Roger, you're going to do that for quite a while. You're going to think, you're going to think of stuff that other small stuff. He's got one of those watches you wear. The charger of that was in there. That burned up. Now that special watch is dead. So, all right, Sean. Yeah, I know I started late tonight, and maybe somebody will get a hold of you there, bud. I figured I was going to check in and let everybody know. And you have a good week. You have a good night and a great week, Sean, and a safe one. Like I said, I should have taken a picture before because that was all when I've seen that and I went, oh yeah, this thing's going to work. Click. And it, when I turned it on yesterday, I'm looking right at it too when I went click. So yeah, I was kind of blind for a while yesterday. Those LED lights are bright in that thing. So how you have you gotten any work done on your motor reason? Oh, what you been fighting with the transmission, Joe? If you're still here. Uh, okay, is this thing still working? Because it seems like the chat has stopped. Okay, okay, okay. I was just wondering. Does it seem like, of course, scanner kicks in about that time. Oh, okay, reason. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Oh, that don't sound like no fun, JJ. I'm actually starting to think about switching over to working on transmissions. That's just priced out some stuff for doing another motor, and uh, it's just a lot of the stuff I looked up. It's anywhere from $45 on up increase on some of the parts, or still says back ordered or not available on some of the stuff I want. So I don't know about you guys too. I just found out from another scrapper. Sounds like the bottom went out of the iron price again. It wasn't too long ago. It was 240 a ton, and now I guess it's down to almost $100 or so, give or take, depending on where you go. That's another thing too. We got to get going on the Camaro again. I don't even remember where I'm at on that. Oh, yeah, those dang mice can do that. I've had a motor. That one engine build series I did years ago. That's what stuck that motor was a dead mouse in the cylinder. 6 months ago. Yeah, never fails. So how's everything been going out your way, Ken? Yeah. Oh, okay. Stay out of trouble. I almost think we need to get into trouble to have fun anymore. Uh oh. Dealer says it needs a little TLC. Hopefully it doesn't mean totally like crushed. Those little Malibus were a pretty good car. Yeah, brand new ones need TLC before they even get off the factory floor. Oh yeah. Well, I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I can think of that too. Yeah, if it's got some bent sheet metal, you got some Iowa trees down there and some body clamps. Leave a little bit of slack on the chain, and however bad damage is, that's how hard you stand on the throttle in reverse. Hey, I used 2 tractors and a light pole to straighten out the race car one time. My dad's like, "Oh, I went too far." I said, "No, Dad, you went perfect." He says, "I couldn't have." His foot slipped off the clutch, tractor lurched forward, and it was a good hard pull, and that frame horn just went. And, uh, and I'm cross measured because I had another car here, and nope, Dad, you got it right within a 16th of an inch where it's supposed to be. He's like, "I moved it 6 inches." I said, "Oh yeah, you did. It was bent, Dad." So yeah, used the 806, 706, and a light pole, and a bunch of chains. Plus, the routine needed a lot of TLC. Solid lifters. Ah, okay. Snowball. I did that to Snowball after I hit that deer, 2 years ago? Or is that 3 years ago? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. The radiator's part was bent a little, and I tied off with the ratchet strap. And did that with the Yukon too. So Oh, yeah. Some of these new cars, if you don't have the right voltage battery or if it loses a half a volt, car goes stupid. We had some heavy rains go through here earlier from about 4 o'clock to about. I've been doing this almost an hour now, so about 6:30. But we had about 3 hours, I guess, that it rained here. Oh, you haven't got the rain over there yet, Ryan? Should be getting close to you. So a little north of you. Since I haven't done any. Some of the stuff I got here is still old stock. They still having cam and lifter problems like they were with some of these newer parts. Oh, you got your 2 point. Yes, I know. I fed you today, and I went and got you a new bag. So just remind me to get it in here before I leave tonight. I know we had some pretty heavy downpours go through in a couple of spots, but at least nothing severe. Goofy. Yep. Yeah, you've been missing me, haven't you? One of the best cats I've had out here on this farm. All right, you know that, don't you? What are you doing? Hey. Yeah. Oh, come up here. Come here. Passed. He's been a pretty good cat. Haven't done anything with my 377 yet. I got 2 more motors to finish up. Cat you can tickle. Otherwise, a lot of hay's being made already around our area. Some of it was even made the last week of May. So that keeps up. We're going to have a good 3 or maybe 4 cuttings around this area. See, a lot of guys had planted that winter wheat, and some of them just mowed it down, and some of them must have got permission to make it in the feed bales. Yeah, there was some hay. I couldn't believe it. I'm not sure. Better than mayhem. Yeah. I tell you, my grandsons, if the youngest one takes after his older brothers, we're in trouble. Mason's got his catchphrase. I think I've got a good idea, which mom says usually is not a good idea. And his little brother Ian just goes right along. Those two have no fear over anything. Wow, knee-high corn already? I didn't look close, but I noticed in my camera here that looks like the corn here is really shot up today after this late afternoon rain. Bet you probably could have went out there with a camera and watched it slowly grow. Yeah, Mama Bear and I had plans of trying to go out and that, but and get out more this year. But um, it's just crazy on what's really. That's what you've been doing. Oh, what past? The cat is smart. He'll beg for water. He'll beg for food, and he'll point to which one that he wants in the bowl. Won't you? Well, guys, I thought I'd check in, let everybody know. Still kicking, still going, still trying to get some normalcy back. Um, Time will tell. Uh, hey, high water. At least next couple of days to this week, I got to help Roger out for one more week here, so possibly makes for a long day. Makes for a very long day. Well, guys, like I said, I know a couple of you just got here, but I got to get up and give Roger a ride to work in the morning. He's staying with us right now, and going to be a long day. But at least he didn't get hurt. That's the biggest thing, and that was the biggest scare. So, if you want to watch the replay, there's what you're going to find. And yes, it does work and takes a charge. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. As long as Roger doesn't call me and say, hey, something else is on fire, or mine decides to do it, that will be good. So, all right, everybody, we're going to try to get back to doing our normal shows and try to get some normalcy back into everything. This last going on 6 months has been crazy. And just got to wait and see yet. So, well, you guys, just keep checking back and, yep, high water. You too, and we'll see what we can get done. So, all right, everybody, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you all hopefully next Sunday and see what kind of fun we can have then. So, all right, everybody, take care. Talk to you later. You too, Ken.